Hi, I'm Mr. Huber, and in this video I would like to talk about exercise 1e. F of x is minus 3 halves x squared plus 4. Well, find the vertex of each function, then rewrite it in general form, determine the y-intercept, and make a qualitative sketch of the graph. If applicable, work out the zeros. Well, look, this is a sad parabola that has undergone a vertical stretch. Well, is it in the vertex form? Technically, yes. But, well, maybe you can't see it directly. Look, f of x is a x minus u squared plus b. Well, in this case, it's in fact f of x is minus 3 halves x minus 0 squared plus 4, which means we do have a vertex at 0, 4. But it's pretty clear because look, x squared or minus x squared would look somewhat like this. So minus 3 halves x squared looks more or less the same. It's just stretched vertically. Then minus 3 halves x squared plus 4 is in fact a function that looks exactly like this one, but goes through 4. Always y is equal to, or f of x is equal to. So it's in fact a function that's been translated upwards by 4 units, but not to the left and not to the right. That's why the vertex is at 4. The y-intercept then in that case is obviously the vertex. So the y-intercept is in fact 0, 4 as well. But let's work out the general form. Well, the general form is already here because general form is minus 3 halves x squared plus 0x plus 4. Well, you don't have this. That's exactly your function. But, well, you know the general form looks like ax squared plus bx plus c. Well, clearly, a is minus 3 halves. This is minus 3 halves. And clearly, c is plus 4. So b is, in that case, just 0. Now, if you wanted to work out the y-intercept, something we already know, you could just plug in 0, and you would see if you plugged in 0 here, you would get 4. So that's why the y-intercept is at 4. So this exercise is quite simple, actually. Now the graph looks like this, more or less, okay? This is at 4, this is x, this is y. So this is 0, 4, your vertex. And we can clearly see this function will have zeros. So we can work out the zeros if we want to. So let's do that. Minus 3 halves x squared plus 4 is equal to 0. So we can write 4 is equal to 3 halves x squared times 2. So that's 8 is equal to 3x squared divided by 3. X squared is 8 thirds. And then you need to take the square root. So x is plus minus the square root of 8 thirds. Well, what's that, the square root of 8 thirds? Square root of 8 divided by 3. That is approximately 1.63 and minus 1.63. So this would be at 1.63 and this would be at minus 1.63. So it's quite interesting what you can do with our new concepts, and I hope it wasn't too difficult to understand. Well, first you need to understand this is just a function, a quadratic function, which has been translated upwards by 4 units. And it's a sad parabola, obviously, and it has gone a vertical stretch. So, and you can clearly see that it will have zeros, and we are able to work out these zeros now. So we know quite a few things about this function, and we can draw, even though it's only a qualitative sketch, we can really know what the graph looks like. Well, obviously, if I did it on a paper like this, it would be more exact, but it doesn't even matter, okay? It's just the general idea we want of the graph, and we clearly have that now. So I hope it wasn't too difficult. See you in the next one.